in order to hold the drumstick, it's with your thumb and your pointer finger. Find that nice pivot point. You don't want it up too high. You know, again, this is your pivot point. Nothing's going to happen if it's too high. If it's way down too low, you're probably going to have over pivot. You're not going to have as much control over the stick. You just got to find that nice sweet spot right in the middle, and then you just test it out on the drum if you need to. You know, you just find where it bounces the most. That's your pivot point. You don't really need any other fingers except for those two to find that spot. Drumming terms, it's called the fulcrum. So once you got that point, you just take the other three fingers and they just wrap around, not squeezing. None of my fingers are really squeezing anything. Like, this is really loose here. I can move this around. And these three are just guides. They're just touching the stick. Because every time the stick goes up, these fingers come up with it. Every time it goes down, fingers come with it. Even when you're doing strokes. The same thing with the left side. What happens to the right, happens to the left. If you're left-handed, whatever's happened, you do your left, you do your right. You want to keep everything even. So same thing, you find that spot, wrap these three around. You want to keep the snare drum right in front of you. It needs to be right here. Don't worry about any other drums or cymbals or bass drums or anything right now. Right now we're just talking about one drum, one snare drum. The snare drum. And for positioning, you want to get like a V shape. You want the back of your hands up. You don't want anything, you know, you don't want to be playing like this or like this. You want to make sure everything's comfortable. And if you're not holding it properly, that limits you to things that you can do down the road. To get that position, everything needs to be loose. Everything's loose from my wrists, my fingers. Everything's loose from the shoulders, spine. Keep everything nice and loose. Keep your back straight. And then from here, it's just a natural position. You just come up. It's got a nice V shape. Back, the hands are up. Angle just a little bit. I'm not resting my arms on anything. I can just hold my hands here for as long as I need to. All right. So from here, now that we got our position, we have to get that stroke. So we're just gonna hit it just one time. You want that stroke again. You want that to get the back fingers to follow the drumstick. So that motion will be, if I got my drums up, fingers come out, and when they come back in, and it's gonna come right back to that same position where it started. You just get a couple of those in. No specific number at this point, and then we repeat with the left side. And if you ended up starting with your left, no big deal. Just do whatever you did on one side, make sure you do it to the other side. One side might take longer than the other. It's okay. You just keep doing it until you get the results that you're looking for. One whole note will be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one whole note. So we're going to do 20 of those. Start with the right hand. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. You got left hand, 20. 3, 4, 3, 2, 4, 4, 2, 3.